Hi, this is going to be a video on site security, specifically different services that provide malware protection. Last month, I received a notice from HostGator, one of the hosting companies I deal with, that they had noticed some malware on my website. So they sent me a notice and they quarantined the files, the problem files. These are them there. They sent a little note along with these files here. So I went in and took a look, and yes, those are still on there, so I'm going to remove them manually. But I contacted HostGator to see what sort of solutions for securing I should look at. And like they say in their email here, they recommended SiteLock. Now, the next day, somebody from SiteLock called me and suggested that the plan I needed is the full protection plan for this website, since it is a client site, and he told me the importance, since it's a client, it's your reputation, etc., that you don't want your client site hacked. So anyway, he quoted me it was $600 for the year for one website. Now I have dozens of websites that I take care of, so that would be quite expensive per site to have that done. So I looked into other things, including security, because usually what I do is I clean up things myself. I go to security, I use their free malware scanner, and if a site shows that it does have a file or two not secure, I can go in, and what I do now is I would just, like here, they tell me what files are problematic, and clear them out, and usually update the plugins and the system, because that's 90% of the time that's the problem. Everything is too far out of date. So I had these things on my mind. So I received an email about a special for this WordPress Malcare. Now they offer a backup plugin, but they also have this other option, and it was quite a special because I think the pricing is regularly for one website is $99 a year. Now that's much cheaper than the 600 and cheaper than the 300, and it seemed to have basically the same things going on as security and SiteLock. But the special was for $49 a year for 5 websites, so regularly $259 for $49. So how could I go wrong, since this was on my mind anyway? So I signed up and went in and tried a few websites. This is the one that HostGator was telling me was hacked, and yes, it is hacked. So it tells me that the site has been hacked, and it actually found another file that was the problem. I logged into my hosting panel, and there's this strange folder, Chase. Now, what it's doing is trying to find credit card information. Now, this website has no credit card stuff or PayPal. It has nothing like that. There's no signups. It's just a information website. So this folder has to be removed, but thinking of that, it's probably best just to dump this whole WP includes and put a fresh copy in, which I'm going to do. Now, Malcare says that it can actually clean it up through the dashboard here. See auto clean? I'm not going to try this today, but if I click on auto clean, it just asks for your FTP. So basically it's going to go in and just delete that file. But from going in on the information that HostGator sent me and logging into the control panel, it's best just to remove that entire folder, then just try to remove a few files for that one. But what was interesting is it found some other things on other websites that I have on HostGator as well, and that it didn't find. So I found it kind of neat that it does find these things, and it also has something that tells me what's wrong here. Like there's a core update available, like it's out of date. It's 485 to 494. Now it does have an update button, so this I think can update automatically through the site management dashboard, which is also sort of an extra feature I thought was kind of neat. And also the plugins. Now I can just try see if this does work. I'm going to update. It's probably going to ask for the credentials. Okay, so actually, because there's a plugin installed for these Malcare people, that it does have a connection to the website through the plugin. Yep, core upgraded. So if I go over to the actual website, yeah, I can see that it has been updated. Now, make sure it's still running. Yeah, everything's still there. So that's kind of neat that you can upgrade all your websites, plugins, and everything from one dashboard. And it was very easy to set up. Basically, you would add a site, you put the site, the next step, it asks you to, you can either, well, here, let's do it. Go back to my sites. I can see that this one's clean. I only have a 5-site plan, so it's kind of, you can remove a website. I've checked this one, it's clean. Let's add a new website. Is there one that, okay, I'm going to do this one. Since they say it has something on it. So I'm just going to add this website to the panel. Now there's an auto one. You can put your username and password in here, which I don't like the idea of that. So I'm just going to do the manual installation. So you can download the plugin, which is going to just basically connector plugin. This is a network site, so I actually have to go to here, plugins. And the cool thing about the, it doesn't matter if it's a network site or a single site. The Malcare will just take it as a single site. And you have to network activate it if it is on a network. Okay, so we'll go back to Malcare here. And yes, I've already installed the plugin, and it's going to go validate. It's just going to do the connector to the website. Now, first thing it says is file is clean because it hasn't scanned anything yet. But in about 20-25 minutes, it'll do its scan, and then it'll come back with the actual information. That's the same thing that happened to this website here. It said it was perfectly fine when I first installed it, but then of course after it had a chance to scan the website, it said it was hacked. So basically it scans every day, like once a day it scans each website and it checks it out and see if it's hacked or not. So it's a quick sort of way to scan and monitor your websites. Also to update it, and if you want to, it does have a way to clean the website as well, if you want to do an auto clean. Now, it's kind of a nice easy feature, this auto clean, but personally I prefer to manually do things. So for example, on this website, I'm going to get rid of that whole includes directory on the website. So WP Core is up to date. So let's just go over to back over to here and see that Chase is still there. That's the problem with updates, is it'll just replace the files that it needs to, but it still leaves the problem file there. So I'm just going to go download this one, this zip file. This is the most recent version. I guess you could go on the main website as well. And it's also good to check out the SHA file. Now this is just to make sure that what you're downloading is really the WordPress one that you're looking for. So this number here, you can just take your terminal and go, it's a SHA and it's the sum space, and go find my file that I want to check. It's in my downloads, just right here, and I just want to drag it over here and then enter. and it gives me this number. So you can check that number out with the number that WordPress gives you, and it is the same. So we know that that file is a legitimate WordPress file. So I'm just going to extract it, and this is the one I need, the includes. Bring it up onto the control panel here. Yeah, it had all kinds of stuff in there, like the guy's email. Basically, it's going to email any sort of credit card information to this person. So I'll go back into the includes. Actually, I would one up. We'll upload that file. Just the includes. Okay, just reload this. Yep, WP includes is here, so I'll just remove this WP includes, not the content one. I'm just going to delete it. And this one I'll extract. Just go back to our website, make sure it's still here. Yep. So that includes file has been replaced, and you can see that that Chase one is gone, and these are all directly from the WordPress website site, so that we know that that's clean. And probably, let's see if we scan it. I'll just pause it while it is scanning, and it probably will say that the site is clean now that I've removed that file. Okay, so it finished its scan, and it went back and it found that those files have been removed, which and the WP includes, which I replaced. So basically it's just the outdated plugins to update, which I guess we could go back and do them through here, but I'm going to just go into the dashboard and do them that way, because I don't like to, well, I guess I could just choose the ones I want to update. This one's has to be updated separately because they're kind of funky. That's the WPML with the language. It likes to be done by itself, it seems. So that is about it. Now, these guys offer backups as well, but I'm already taken care of with Updraft Plus. I've been using them for years, and I'm extremely happy with how these work. They also have a number of tools for moving sites and other things that are I find very useful, especially for my development. I have them do the backups into my Dropbox, which is also my development area, into Dropbox, and I can pretty much keep my sites synced with this Updraft Plus for my development. So I have a different sort of setup for backups, and I really love these guys. I would recommend them if you're looking for a backup solution as well. So that's it. I don't know. I have nothing else to say. I think this is really a great service that these guys offer, and I highly recommend them.